Our next presenter discovered 6 minutes and 40 seconds goes way too quick. He is through and through Lloydminster. He's got screws in his head. I'll not keep you in suspense any longer. It's Olen Hillaby.
I'm by no means a special person, but I have lived through a lot, and I've experienced some pretty cool things in my life that have shaped the character that I am today. Tonight I'm going to share one of those experiences with you and try to explain how it made me who I am today. When I was 16, I was super passionate about snowboarding. And one weekend, snowboarding in Jasper, just before my 17th birthday, I fell, and I fell really hard. First responders on the scene found me and knew immediately that I needed to be medevaced to a major center where I could get the medical attention I needed. I broke most of the bones in the right side of my face. I split my palate. I crushed my nose. And the major one was I had fractured my skull right behind my right eye and actually cut the lining of my brain, causing spinal fluid to leak out. Doctors were super cautious when they warned my family. They didn't know what my future could be. It took a 9-hour marathon surgery to rebuild my face, remove part of my skull, and repair the lining of my brain and put me all back together. 28 days later, I actually woke up. I felt like I had the worst hangover you could ever imagine. And I'd been laying in bed for like a whole month, so I'd lost 20-some pounds. I was super uncomfortable. But some of my earliest memories were trying to figure out where I was and ensuring my family that I got this. I'm going to be okay, guys. This is just going to be a new journey we have to work through. Sometimes when we get to those dark places in our life, we have to find like that one little light that we can hold on to. The little light that I found was humor and trying to find little jokes and things like that to hold on to. I constantly reminded my family, hey, I'm actually screwed in the head for real now, guys. And repeated some of the stories that my family had told me of the things I had said and did in the hospital. Apparently, I'm like a riot on prescription medication. I got home from the University of Alberta Hospital, and my jaw was wired shut. So I got to live off of smoothies, ice caps, and booster juice for like 4 months. And there's nothing funner than getting to drink your ice cap for supper while you watch your little brother try to choke down an entire plate of steamed Brussels sprouts. It's like a sibling win. After, I went and studied really hard so I could go finish and graduate with all my peers in university or in high school. And it took an early bird class, a lunch hour class, and a ton of studying to make up for my whole semester and a half I missed high school, but I graduated. And I wanted to stay in school. So I started doing university upgrading courses at Lakeland College. And it was in Lakeland College that I discovered a part of me that I never really knew I had. And I started to focus on that part. Can you tell I took an arts degree? It was a cool mix of philosophy and English and sociology that helped to show me the person I am. And the part of me that I found as I started to just do some clubs and write in a newspaper was, I'm a really, really positive person. And I can use that positivity to power myself and pull myself through just about anything. I have to see where I am. that when you use that positivity, it can build on itself. And you can use that positivity towards an event that builds and creates like this super avalanche of power. Still there. When you focus on one thing and you can make that positive power, you can pull yourself through so much. It's so totally cool. And you can shine that light on other people too. In university, I studied really hard. I actually had to, for 5 years, take part-time classes because little things were super exhausting, but I kept working through it and managed to graduate, and that was like the most awesome feeling of my life. That missing piece of me that I found, I still use today. And I try to shine that light as much as I can, because I learned how powerful it is when you have someone positive around you that can show you. And I now use that power that I've been given to shine it on other people. My new perspective is what pushed me to being even able to recover. My chances were kind of slim for the longest time. And I had an amazingly fast recovery. I got to go home from the hospital within months. Sometimes people who've done what they did to me spend years in the hospital. Where are we? Sometimes when negative things happen to us, we get down. But if we can use those negative things, it can't always be positive, right? So when we can focus on our lows and learn from them, we can continue to power ourselves through things. It's like when you're floating out in the ocean and you only have that like little toothpick to grab and hold yourself afloat, but you have something. And if you focus on that one thing, you have something to focus on, and that will pull you through so much. And it's contagious. If you can focus on something, the people around you can focus on that one thing too. When I was 16 years old, I made a super, super bad decision one afternoon, and I didn't wear my helmet out snowboarding on the hill. That decision changed my entire life, and there's things that I have to deal with for the rest of my life. But because of that, I would have never met some of the people I've met. I would have never made some of the friends I've made, and got to live the life that I've got to live. And I think it's been pretty awesome. So.